Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya, and if you're stopping by for the first time, welcome. I do hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you're not stopping by for the first time, thank you for your support. Today's video is going to be me sharing with you a beautiful, new to me bag. Now, a little while ago, you may remember, especially if you've been watching my videos for a while, I used to have a different little bag sitting up there, and that different little bag was of the same brand that I'm going to be showing you now, of this new version that I have for myself. And I sold her. And in an earlier video when I was talking about, some of the mistakes I'd made with my purchases, I did mention that that was one of the mistakes because it was the wrong coloring for me. So I'll show it to you because I still have it. I ended up selling it, and the buyer is just paying it off on a payment plan, which is perfectly fine. I have everything put away. The bag is beautifully kept and everything else. So it will be leaving and going to its new owner at the end of May. Remember that I used to have here in the top, on the top shelf of my shelf, the mini Alexa in the lilac blossom. And I just decided to sell it because as much as I loved it, and I bought it from Connor from Conrad's Closet at the beginning of 2024, I thought to myself, I love it. I actually love this size. I think this size is perfect for me. But I'm really appreciating the larger bags now, and also this color is just wrong for me. So I listed it on Facebook in one of the groups, and I actually mentioned, I responded to someone else's post who was looking for a mini Alexa, and I mentioned that I had it in this color, and then it turned out that a different person commented on it and wanted to see it, and therefore I posted it, because as per the rules of the group, you need to list the item and you need to show authenticity and all the rest of it. But because I'd bought it from Connor, who's one of the admins of the group, obviously it was authentic. And so I posted it, and then we discussed it privately through DMs, and I sold it, and I sold it at a great price. I'm really happy with the price, and as such, I've sort of gone on to splurge and buy myself a few other little things. But let me share now the replacement of this dust bag. We have Mulberry again. You might be able to gauge from the size what the bag is, but this one is more in line with what I'm liking lately, with the size that I'm sort of like vibing with lately. I still love my little ones, don't get me wrong, but I'm really into this type of size of bag. So here we have the beautiful large sort of what's that? Is that cross grain herringbone finish of the dust bag, and inside is like a lovely fleecy finish. And in my recent Oraton unboxing, the dust bag was the same. Beautiful canvas on the outside with nice fleece inside. This is my new bag to me. She's unstuffed, but this is the Mulberry Alexa in the regular size. I've been thinking of buying the Mulberry Alexa in the regular size for quite some time. So what I did, funnily enough, the story behind this, I'll tell you after I've shown you the bag, okay? But a very interesting story, and it was one of those meant to be situations. So here we have, and I'll have the dimensions on the screen because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I think from memory it's about 33 and then about 25 height, and then of course the depth will depend because it tapers in at the top. But this is your traditional regular Alexa, and it's been modeled when it was created by the creative director. Again, name will be on the screen. It was made for Alexa Chung, and hence why it's called the Alexa. So it has the beautiful gold, unscratched postman's lock with the lovely mulberry tree just there at the top. It has the two magnetic, buckle bits. They're always hard. They're always such a strong magnet, but I don't care. I love that. So opening up, beautiful same leather on the inside, and then on the inside of the flap, and then inside the actual bag is just a beautiful raw suede finish, but not like a smoothed out type of suede. This is like the suede, obviously dyed, but that's the actual underside of the leather, like that. And the inside is just one big space, just like the mini, but the mini is smaller. It's just the same concept. It has one pocket here, and in that pocket, or on that pocket, it says Mulberry in gold foiling. Let me show you. Oh my gosh, Mulberry, England. Oh, I'm not doing well. Like that. And it's lovely. It still smells like leather, and it's beautiful. At the front panel here like this, you have this extra reinforcement for obviously to hold the fixture of the postman's lock. Here you have your 2 magnets, which are also backed just inside there with extra leather. It's really hard to show. Like that. That's a smooth leather, and that's the backing of the magnet. And up here on the flap, you see all the fittings of the postman's lock, which is screwed into the leather. And here you have the adjustments, which are adjustable if you actually wanted to. Let me check. Yep, they are. But there is the magnetic feature underneath. So it's a really soft, floppy, beautiful pebbled leather. Now, this would be a natural full grain leather. You could feel it. It's just got that lovely finish. And the color, if I haven't told you already, is in the chestnut. And I liked it because this, to me, represents true mulberry. You know what I mean? It's, in a way, and this might sound a little bit corny, but it sort of reminds me a little bit of the old school schoolboy satchel. You know what I mean? That used to have the flaps like this, the strips with the buckles on it. The strap, I have it set on the shortest setting. There are 7 adjustments. And I purchased it to wear it as a shoulder bag. Happy with this purchase. This to me is, like I said, and I don't think I finished the thought earlier, it reminds me of old school bag carrying. I love the look of it. I love that it's kind of rustic. I love that when I put my things in it, it's probably got to, like, you know, slouch a little bit and just look floppy. I can't wait to start really, really using it. So now this is, I forgot to mention again, because I'm just so excited, I'm not making any sense. This is the newer version. You can find some older vintage versions online on eBay through various selling platforms, but the giveaway is that the handle here, the top handle, is different. The top handle is more flat, and it's just got different braiding on top, which is also looks a little bit more flat, whereas this is very much a 3D leather braiding. Oh my god, the mulberry leather full stop is exquisite. I love it. I actually want to have more mulberry because I really do love their leather. And their prices, in all honesty, are not too astronomical. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm really excited to have her. I'm really, oh, look, we've still got plastic. Let's pull it off together. Ready? Hold on. Let's do this properly. Let's not try to scratch this bag. Oof. Oh, wow. Oh, look how shiny and new. Wowza. And the other one. Here we go. Shiny and new. Wow. Sorry, I'm just trying to be funny. I'm just trying, but you know, sometimes the kids at school say, "Miss, you're really funny," and they say that when I'm not actually intending to be funny. But then when I try to be funny, I just don't get the laughs. It's like, bro, that's rude. You should be laughing because I'm really witty and I'm really funny. But anyway, clearly not. I'm really excited to have this. I will do a what fits in an upcoming video because I think I have been blabbering away enough and you won't know it, but I have stopped and started so many times. I'm sweating. I don't know why because it's been cold all day. But anyway, what I wanted to do was share the story of this with you. I started looking at Alexas online. I started watching videos about them. I started seeing them, looking for them on eBay. And then I just did a search in one of the luxury Facebook groups online. And I just typed in Mulberry Alexa, not Mini, but Alexa. And I thought I'll flick through and see what pops up. And then this one popped up. But it was dated like end of 2022, I think, or early 2023. And I thought, wow, it was a color I really liked, in the condition and a decent price. Now she had it listed at about $220 more than what I paid. So I commented on her post and I said, I know this is an old post. Has this sold? Fully expecting her to say, yes, it has. Sorry, I forgot to update it, right? Because I've done that sometimes. And anyway, she replied, thanks for your interest. She said, no, actually, we'll DM you. So I was like, wow, okay. So then she private messaged me, and we started talking, and now she had listed it, I think, I'll put the correct numbers on the screen if I'm wrong, but she had listed it at like 800 and something, and then I think it was like 820, right? And then she messaged me, like I said, and she said, look, I'm happy to let it go for 700. I just, want to sell it, move it on. And I said, well, thank you. I said, my problem is my budget is only 600. I said, but I understand that may not be suitable for you. However, if you ever get to a point where you think you can accept 600, please do let me know. And I always say that to sellers because I don't want to be that horrible person that always tries to lowball for my own personal gain. You know what I mean? Because I know what it's like to sell, and sometimes it's hard. So I just said to her, if ever you're considering 600, please do let me know. And then she said, look, if you're happy to do PayPal, friends and family, or cash, I can do 600. I said, okay, no problems. So as it turned out, we talked backwards and forwards. And am I crooked? Oh my God, I'm crooked. Sorry. So we talked backwards and forwards for a few days. We tried to pin down a time, then that didn't work. Then she traveled interstate for a few days. Then she went somewhere else for another few days. And I think it was about 3 weeks or maybe a month in the making before I actually picked it up. So we agreed to meet today, and today's Sunday. I met her today in a public place, had a look at the bag. I loved it. I looked at her on the Facebook, in the Facebook group. I checked out her profile. She's sold many things. She has many things herself. So I thought, okay, I trusted her. I did PayPal friends and family, $600. Look, I was actually prepared to pay the extra fee, but for goods and services, but she said that she wouldn't do it that way, especially at such a low price, because apparently some people can be really nasty. And although they pay it on the spot, then later on they dispute it with PayPal and get their money back and so on. I said, well, look, I won't do that. There's no problems there. So long as it's authentic, I'm not going to do that, So anyway, I, got a good feeling about her when we met, had a look at the bag, and I transferred then and there. And sale done. Here she is. Wow. Look at her. Beautiful. No back pocket, but that's okay. No feet. That's okay. And I just love that squishy. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't she just delicious? Anyway, so please do let me know what you think of my new to me bag. And this is very, very relatively new, in the sense that she put it away. She bought it off this other person, put it away, and never used it. So I'll tell you the date that it was purchased, and obviously when it was made. I don't know if Mulberry bags have any date codes, etc. in them. Something I should look into more. Hold on. So according to the original receipt from Mulberry, this was purchased in September 2021. So it's probably roundabout from that time. From 2021, and it's called the Alexa Heavy Grain, and color is chestnut, and it's got an ID number which is all printed. And the beauty of this is, let me hide the name and everything. The beauty of this is that this is like a proper printout, not those horrible thermal printed receipts, which are toxic to touch, by the way. But anyway, this was purchased and paid for in 2021, and at the time the price was $1,640. So not bad. I got it 4.5 years later for $600, but that's because the seller was just wanting to move it on, and I sold my mini Alexa for $1,200. So it's interesting, isn't it? Like, the bigger bags don't go for as much. The smaller ones do, like all the little minis and all the rest of it. They do, because everyone wants the minis. But I'm telling you what, I'm really appreciating this size again. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. Let me know what your thoughts are. As usual, I look forward to reading your comments. Take care, everybody. God bless. And I'll see you next time. Ciao. Hello, Alexa. Wow, such a beautiful bag. And this was made for Alexa Chung. Can't remember the reason why. I read about it online. I'll put something here. Oh, so pretty.